What's up, my beautiful bros? Maine-iac here with another NBA game picks and spread prediction video. We've been doing it all season, and it is winding down with only 4 games left for a majority of teams, unless you're the Dallas Mavericks and you only have 3 left, including today. We have to start off, as I said Mavericks against the Detroit Pistons in Detroit. Detroit's favored by 7 in this one. They should win and cover. I'm really honestly looking to bounce back. I've been doing fucking terrible lately. I guess you could call it an end of the season slump or something like that. Goddamn, I'd be looking like the Celtics with my picks lately. Then we got the Hornets at the Magic. Hornets favored by 6 in this one. I don't think the Magic have the guard play to beat Kemba Walker. Dwight Howard's an interesting matchup in this one. I do want to pick the Hornets. They're favored by 6. I think they will cover, but it should be interesting to say. And possibly the game of the night. I am loud. I am being very boisterous because this game has severe implications. Severe implications here. No Joel Embiid for the Sixers, obviously, but with that orbital fracture and concussion he suffered. Hopefully he's healing well. Hopefully Embiid's getting ready for the playoffs. The Cavaliers travel to the 76ers on NBA TV at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Central, if you are that kind of person. Now, the reason why this game is so freaking important, the Cavaliers have 3 games left. The Philadelphia 76ers have 4 games left. With a win tonight, this puts the 76ers half a game ahead of Cleveland and knocks Cleveland down to the 4 seed. The reason why that's a big playoff implication right there, it's not necessarily the first round, it's the fact that they would have to face Toronto early off in the second round. And possibly going against Toronto and then maybe Philly in the finals, that would be devastating for, I think, the most devastating path for the Cavaliers. Because a fully healthy Embiid in the Eastern Conference Finals is probably going to posterize Kevin Love and all of them constantly. It's going to be dangerous. Philadelphia 76ers are favored by 4 in this one. Cavaliers are coming off a back-to-back. I think that hurts them severely. I think the 76ers win and cover. And I think the major factor here is I don't know if there's any matchup for Ben Simmons, just like there's no matchup really for LeBron James on the team. It will be interesting for sure. Then we have the Hawks at the Wizards. Wizards favored by 10.5 in this one. These Wizards were contending for like the 3rd seed a little while back. Now they're absolutely just... I hope the Wizards cover. They had a good game yesterday until the end of the 4th quarter. Favored by 10.5, they should win and cover. Heat Knicks, Heat by 8.5, they should win and cover. Pacers Raptors. Pacers coming off an upset win over the Golden State Warriors. Facing the Toronto Raptors. Raptors favored by 7.5 in this one. A win here, I believe, secures the number 1 seed for the Raptors, so I think they win and cover as well. I love Oladipo in this matchup here, but DeMar DeRozan is a good answer defensively for him. And you have the Kings at the Grizzlies, the battle of 2 teams who I don't even know if you can call it battle at this point. The Kings should win this one, favored by 3. Grizzlies should just throw in the towel while they still can. And the New Orleans Pelicans battling for a playoff spot, favored by 11.5 over the Suns. If the Suns know what's good for them, they'll lose this one as well. With that said, though, the playoffs are looking like this. The East is all sealed up. All 8 playoff spots are already decided. We have Toronto, Boston, Cleveland, Philly, Indiana, Miami, Washington, and Milwaukee. Interesting part about this is the playoffs matchups as they are set right now would be Toronto-Milwaukee, which would pit DeRozan and Lowry against Giannis and Bledsoe, which would be an interesting matchup. Then we would have Boston versus Washington without Kyrie. So you have Terry Rozier and Jaylen Brown against Bradley Beal and John Wall. That would be interesting for sure. You'd have Miami v. Cleveland, but if Philly wins, it'd be Philly v. Miami, which would be interesting for sure. And then you'd have Indiana against Cleveland. I think would be the first round matchup they'd want to avoid, just because where Oladipo can take a game over and the guard play for the Cavaliers has been wildly inconsistent. And for the West, still only 3 playoff teams cemented. We have the Houston Rockets, Golden State Warriors, and Portland Trail Blazers all basically locked up in their individual seeds. followed by Utah, San Antonio, Oklahoma City, New Orleans, and currently Minnesota tied with Denver for the 8th seed, with the Clippers being 2 games back. Utah is basically locked in. Very, very close here, basically. A win for the Pelicans here creates a little bit of separation and ties them with Oklahoma City for the 6th seed. The matchups here are all over the board and can range from anything from Houston versus Minnesota, Houston-Denver, or it could be Houston-Utah. All depends how it's going to shake out in the next few days or next week or so. Anyway, guys, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.